This is Join the Crowd Radio.
JoinTheCrowd.com.
Hoodie gang, what's up? Hoodie gang, what's up? Hoodie gang, what's up? We're officially up to episode 18. I know you guys been waiting for this one to drop. It's your boy Motzy Says of MotzySays.com, JoinTheCrowd.com, Playlist Life, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. You already know what we doing with this one, man. This one is called Time. Talking and musical elements. This was released September 21st, 2019. I figured I'd, give y'all the feedback of how things been going. So a lot of people have been enjoying the playlist. A lot of people, hit me up in the DMs, send me comments, send me emails about the playlist. They love the fact that I put them on Spotify and YouTube and Instagram. So the love is real. Just got a lot going on, guys. So just want to be able to bring these episodes to you so we can start, making some new playlists so we can start shooting episodes for those. So you already know what this is about. Let's just get into it. I ain't going to break down all the endeavors I got going on because it's a lot, but I want to bring this to y'all and I want to get, into these. And with this playlist, I just wanted to break it down to you, right? Featuring songs of the past and present with the word time in the title, giving you interesting perspectives circled around the word. Everything from soul music to rock to country to pop to R&B to hip hop. Every genre deals with talking and musical elements. T-I-M-E. Time. Now the first song off this playlist is going to be Let the Good Times Roll. This is by Shirley Lee. It was track number 1 off Let the Good Times Roll. It was produced by Leonard Lee. It was released 1956. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Y'all already know how that go. Next song off this playlist is going to be Good Times by Sam Cooke. It was track number 3 off Ain't That Good News, produced by Luigi Creatore as well as Hugo Peretti. It was released February 1964. Yeah, we getting some old school songs on it. Songs before my time, probably songs before my parents' time. But, all these songs are going to be incorporated with the word time. So we got to give y'all a mix of some old school, some new school, and all the genres within between. Next song off this playlist is going to be It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. This was track number 4 off of his Christmas album. It was produced by Robert Mercy and it was released October 14th, 1963. He probably redid this song a million times all the way up until age, so this one of those songs that when Christmas comes around, everybody knows the words, everybody sings it. It's the most happiest season of all. It's the most wonderful time of the year. No matter where you grew up at, you pretty much know that the words of these songs. If not all the words, you definitely know the hook and the chorus part of the song and the bridge part of the song. So it's been in tons of movies, but it incorporates that one word that we all gunning for, and that's the word time. Next song off this playlist is going to be Didn't I Blow Your Mind This Time by the Delphonics. It was produced by Tom Bell. It was released 1969, and it was off the Jackie Brown soundtrack. So if you ever seen the movie Jackie Brown, one of those cult classics, definitely can remember hearing that song play in the background of a scene in that movie. Movie's as old as me, probably as old as my parents, but if you've seen it, that those black movies from back in the days with that whole gangster vibe, that whole street vibe, that whole hustler vibe. This was one of those songs playing in the background of a scene of that Jackie Brown movie. So it's definitely on that soundtrack. Next song off this playlist is going to be Old Time Rock and Roll. I want that old time rock and roll. That's your boy Bob Seger. With this, right, I wasn't a Bob Seger fan. It was way before my time, but that song still rings off whenever you hear it. It was track number 3 off the Stranger in Town album. It was produced by him as well as Muscle Shoals and Rhythm Section. It was released March 1st, 1979. They say members of Muscle Shoals and Rhythm Section wrote Old Time Rock and Roll and sent a demo recording to Bob, who was putting in the final touches on his 10th album. So it was dope that people actually wrote it and was thinking about him, and it became a worldwide mega hit. Next song off this playlist is going to be Part-Time Lover by the one, the only, the great Stevie Wonder. It was track number 1 off of his N Square Circle album. It was produced by Stevie, of course, and it released on August 24th, 1985. Part-Time Lover was released as the lead single from Stevie Wonder's album, Square Circle. It tells a story of undercover lovers who hide their infidelity. Wow, that's dope. And for Stevie to be blind, write a song like this, come up with the concept and the idea, something like this, that's just incredible. It just goes to show you where his mind was at, even without having vision, you know? Next song off this playlist is going to be 3 Times a Lady by the Commodores. It was track number 4 off their Natural High album. It was produced by the Commodores as well as James Anthony Carmichael, and it was released in 1978. So just to give you a little backstory about this song, right? It was written by Lionel Richie after being inspired by a comment his father said to his mother. He said it was very personal for him. He attended a wedding anniversary of his parents, and his father made a speech about how much he loved his mother and appreciated the way she had stood beside him for almost 37 years. He said, "It was beautiful, and I started to think about my own life, how my wife stands by me, how she does many things without being asked or think. So I wrote 3 Times a Lady as a dedication to my wife and my mother. I think my next door neighbor summed it up when she said that a man wanted to buy her a present, all you need to do is buy her that record and he wouldn't have to say anything else." That's powerful. Salute to the great Lionel Richie. Salute to the Commodores. Next song off this album is going to be The Longest Time by Billy Joel. It was track number 3 off his An Innocent Man album. It was produced by Phil Ramone. It was released August 8th, 1983. Now this is a time where people were really into like doo-wop music. I mean, there's a bunch of doo-wop songs that I love to listen to. I love to see the old-time dances that went with the actual doo-wop songs. And they say that this song was written about a budding love affair with supermodel Christy Brinkley, whom he married in 1985, a year after releasing the song. Some believe that the song typifies this period in which Joel's music lost angst, tension, and hunger, which had made his earlier work so extraordinary. Next song off this playlist is going to be Rock Me Tonight for Old Time's Sakes by the great Freddie Jackson. It was track number 5 off the Rock Me Tonight album. It was produced by Paul Lawrence and it was released 1985. If you grew up in an urban household, you've probably heard this song being played back to back to back to back to back to back to back. It was just one of those songs that, growing up in that era, your parents just love to listen to, your grandparents just love to listen to, your uncles, your aunts just love to listen to. It was just one of those type of songs. Not only that, it was such a hit that it peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it also topped the Billboard R&B charts for 6 weeks in the summer of 1985. So salute to the legend, the great Freddie Jackson. Now this next song on this playlist is probably such a classic, such a fun song. A lot of people enjoy listening to this, watching the video. And the crazy thing is, he wasn't really a singer. And that was the one and only Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy. Yes, the comedian, the actor Eddie Murphy had a song out called Party All the Time. It was track number 5 off the How Could It Be album. It was produced by the one and only Rick James, and it was released May 23rd, 1985. Incredible. Eddie was so young back then, man. He was just having fun with his career. That's so dope. And here's the crazy thing. It reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and it's featured in video games like Grand Theft Auto. That's crazy. That's crazy. Next song on this playlist is going to be If I Could Turn Back Time by the legendary Cher. It was track number 1 off of her Heart of Stone album. It was produced by Guy Roche and Diane Warren, and it was released June 1st, 1989. Wow. It was released in 1989, right? And it was also included on her 19th studio album. Did you just hear the year that I said that song got included on the album? And did you hear what album number that was? Cher is legendary. Yes, indeed. Next song off this playlist is going to be Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. It was track number 5 off the Dangerous album. It was produced by Michael Jackson as well as Teddy Riley, and it was released January 14th, 1992. Michael Jackson's second single from his 8th studio album, Dangerous, details a blissful romance. His music video was 9 minutes long, marketed as a short film. Do you remember the time? Fire. Next song off this playlist is going to be Time for Some Action by Redman. It was track number 2 off What, the album, and it was produced by Eric Sherman as well as Redman, and it was released January 12th, 1992. Redman kicks off the album with the hype and hardcore Time for Some Action. Redman and Eric Sherman produced this track with a mixture of samples around B Real's vocals from the Cypress Hill single How Could I Just Kill a Man. The song was released as the second single from the album and peaked at 63 on Billboard's Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart. Next song off this playlist is going to be Time's Up by OC. That's the OG, that's the legend in hip hop. And it was track number 5 off the Word Life album. It was produced by Buck Wild, infamous producer, legendary producer, and it was released October 18th, 1994. The often sampled single off OC's acclaimed debut, Word Life. This track itself samples the drum loop from Les Demir's A Day in Life, and it takes its hook from Hey Young World by Slick Rick. Next song off this playlist is going to be Anytime, Any Place by Janet Jackson. It was track number 25 off the Janet album. It was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, as well as Janet Jackson. The legendary Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced so many hits, wrote so many hits, and it was released May 18th, 1993. The crazy thing about this song, a lot of people don't even realize when you really dig deep into the lyrics, Janet was just basically talking about having intercourse anytime, any place. You know what I mean? She wanted to get down and dirty anywhere that was possible. The music video was definitely a safe sex campaign. And the single, certified gold, and it was like, I think number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100. You know, Janet got a lot of top 10 records, man. Millions and millions of albums sold. So this was just one of those ones, man. And it incorporates what, everybody? The word time. That this whole playlist is based off. Next song off this playlist is going to be Every Time I Close My Eyes by Babyface. It was track number 1 off the Date album. It features Mariah Carey as well as Kenny G. And it was produced by Babyface himself and released October 29th, 1996. So now we going into some songs from the 90s. This song charted at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 5 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. Internationally, it charted at number 13 in the United Kingdom, and at the 40th Grammy Awards, the song was nominated for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. We put Mariah Carey, Kenny G, and Babyface on the song. That's a mixture of legendary hit status right there, you feel me? Next song off this playlist is going to be Baby One More Time by who? Britney Spears. It incorporates the word time. It actually flows with this playlist when I created it, so I had to put it on there. It was track number 1 off her Baby One More Time album. It was produced by Romney and Max Martin, and it was released October 23rd, 1998. So now we're going into some songs from the late 90s. The crazy thing is that it reached number 1 in every country it charted. It also received numerous certifications around the world, and is one of the best-selling singles of all time with over 18 million copies sold. Wowzers. Now, if I wouldn't have put this on the playlist, my audience probably wouldn't even have known that if they were a Britney Spears fan. But you know why it's on here, because it incorporates the word time. And these are subject-driven playlists, and this one is called Time, Talking and Musical Elements. I'm giving it to you just the way, you would expect me to do. Next song off this playlist is going to be Until the End of Time by Tupac. R.I.P. to Tupac Amaru Shakur. And it was track number 13 off the Until the End of Time project. This features RL. He's a singer from the group Next, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it was produced by the Trackmasters and Johnny J. and it was released February 18th, 2001. This version of Until the End of Time was released as a single 1 month before the double album of the same name. The track is based around a sample of Mr. Mister's hit 1985 single Broken Wings, and singer RL from the R&B group Next, I was right, performs the hook and the chorus of the song. RL also revealed that his part in the song was originally for Dave Hollister, who sang on Tupac's Brenda's Got a Baby. So that was Dave Hollister singing the hook on Brenda's Got a Baby. You never know, man, with these playlists, you get hidden gems every single time I do one. Next song on this playlist is going to be When the Last Time by The Clips, which is track number 8 off the Lord Willing album, and it was produced by the Neptunes, which Pharrell Williams and Chad are called the Neptunes. It was released July 30th, 2002. This track from The Clips' classic debut album, Lord Willing, is the token club track, though the boys make it much harder than your regular club song. The beat was produced by the Neptunes, who show off their jazz training here. The melodic line runs up and down the altered scale, popular in jazz but rarely used in popular music. Such a banger, man. I mean, the Clips got records, but this was one of those joints that you know they made specifically for the club scene. Next song off this playlist is going to be High All the Time by 50 Cent. This was track number 6 off his Get Rich or Die Trying album. It was produced by Shy Money XL, Eminem, and it was released February 6, 2003. Despite the content of this song, 50 Cent admits to not smoking weed. He says he doesn't drink and he doesn't use drugs, and he didn't back then either. He just wanted to point this joint together for people who, like to get high. It was just one of those records that he wanted to put on the album to cater to a certain audience, a certain demographic, the weed smokers, the people who blow it down, and take their mind away. Next song off this playlist is going to be It's Been a Long Time by Rakim. It was track number 4 off the 18th letter, and it was produced by DJ Premier, and it was released November 4th, 1997. The legendary Rakim. Rakim's long-awaited solo debut album was massive, with explosive tracks and brilliant verses. It's Been a Long Time is just a pure clash from a great rapper with great and vivid lyricism and strong cuts from DJ Premier. The song received great popularity among Rakim followers and fans of his hip-hop genre. That is crazy. One of the few rappers that actually can spit the greatest bars and not say not one cuss word. Crazy. Next song off this playlist is going to be These Are the Times by Dru Hill. It was track number 15 off their Into the Dru album. It was produced by Babyface and Damon Thomas, and it was released November 17th, 1998. I just remember that hook on this song. These are the times we all wish for, the moment when less means so much more. Alright, that's all I'm giving y'all. Next song off this playlist is going to be Always On Time by Ja Rule. It was track number 5 off the Pain Is Love album. It features Asante, and it was produced by Irv Gotti, and it was released August 30th, 2001. The first single released off his third album, Pain Is Love. This song became a worldwide hit and was Asante's first Hot 100 number 1 single and Ja Rule's second. The song spent 2 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 from February 23rd to March 7th, 2002. It was followed by another Ja Rule duet, Ain't It Funny, with Jennifer Lopez. Next song off this playlist is going to be Until the End of Time by Justin Timberlake. It was track number 13 off his Future Sex Love Sounds deluxe version. It features Beyonce. It was produced by Danger Timberland, and it was released November 13, 2007. This song marks the collaboration between Justin Timberlake and Beyonce, and certainly not the last. They would become frequent collaborators later on, particularly on Beyonce's self-titled album, on which he helped produce several tracks, most notably both halves of Partition. Next song off this playlist is Show Me a Good Time by Drake. It was track number 5 off of Thank Me Later. It was produced by Kanye West and No ID, and it was released June 15th, 2010. This song is a celebratory anthem about Drake and his success in the music industry. With all of his hard work, at the end of the day, he just wants to relax and requests his girl to show him a good time. Next song off this playlist is going to be End of Time by Beyonce. It was track number 10 off the 4 album. It was produced by Beyonce in a Dream, and it was released April 23rd, 2012. End of Time is the seventh and final single off of Beyonce's 2011 album 4. It was announced as a single in February of 2012 and service to radio on April 23rd. Next song off this playlist is going to be Time of Our Lives by Pitbull and Neo. It was track number 4 off the Globalization album, and it was produced by Circuit, Stepson, Lifted Taff, and it was released November 17th, 2014. When Pitbull and Neo came together, you know the end product would be a big party track, trying to replicate the success of their 2001 collaboration, Give Me Everything. Next song off this playlist is going to be New York Times by J. Cole. It was track number 18 off the Born Sinner album, and it features Boss as well as 50 Cent, and it was produced by J. Cole, and it was released June 18th, 2013. This track is not only the second deluxe track and the 18th on J. Cole's album Born Sinner, but it's the second track on his third EP of his Truly Yours series. Next song off this playlist is going to be From Time by Drake. It was track number 7 off the Nothing Was the Same album. It features Jhené Aiko, and it was produced by 40, and it was released September 24th, 2013. From Time is penned as a conversation between Drake and the Old Flame. The song features vocals from Jhené Aiko, production from 40, and piano harmonies from Chili Gonzalez. One of the album's many standouts and seems to be Drizzy's personal favorite. The next song off this playlist is going to be How Many Times by DJ Khaled. It was track number 6 off his I Changed a Lot album. It was produced by OZ, B-Corn, DJ Khaled, and Lee on the Beats, and it was released May 12, 2015. Next song off this playlist is going to be No Time by P&B Rock. It was track number 3 off his R&B 3 album. It was produced by Just and Caution, and it was released August 30th, 2015. On No Time, P&B Rock laments his inability to commit to a relationship because of his lifestyle. He is too busy trapping in the streets and chasing money to focus on a relationship, and his priorities are so clear to him that choosing between the two is trivial. Next song off this playlist is going to be Time Ticking by Joel Santana. It features Davies, Bobby Smurda, and Roddy Rebel. It was produced by Jalil Beats, and it was released December 5th, 2016. After teasing his fans on Instagram, Joel finds himself releasing another banger. Time Ticking is a money-craving street anthem that finds the trio bragging about being bosses in the streets. Next song off this playlist is going to be Last Time I Checked by Nipsey Hussle. R.I.P. to the great Nipsey Hussle. A few seconds of silence for that. This was track number 3 off his Victory Lap album. It features YG. It was produced by Casey Khalil, Brody Brown, Rance, and Mike and Keys, and it was released February 16th, 2018. With the title inspired by a line from Jeezy's 2005 track, Trap or Die, Last Time That I Checked finds LA Nipsey Hussle's collaborating with Compton's YG for a West Coast banger. Next song off this playlist is going to be One Time by Jeezy. It was track number 7 off the TM104 The Legend of the Snowman album. It was produced by Sonaro and DJ Ace, and it was released July 3rd, 2019. One time, one time. You niggas put your hands in the air one time. You niggas put them bands in the air one time. One time. Now the next and last song off this playlist is going to be Big Time by Rick Ross. It was track number 6 off of Port of Miami 2, featuring Swiss Beats and produced by Just Blaze. Wow, featuring Swiss Beats, who's a producer, and produced by Just Blaze. That's incredible. And it was released July 2nd, 2019. This is Rick Ross and Just Blaze's 4th or maybe 5th, if you count features, collaboration ahead of his new album, Port of Miami 2. That was a dope album. I like the concept of it, how it continued off from Port of Miami, the first album, you know, so it's dope. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is called Time. Every song had the word time incorporated in it. I'm glad everybody had a chance to actually watch this. You know, it's been a minute since I dropped a new editorial about one of the playlists, you know, did a little quick episode, a little radio show episode about episode 18, you know. Hoodie Gang, what's up? It's your boy Motzy Made It of MotzyMadeIt.com, jointhecrowd.com. Now let's get into my Motzy Says. Time is the one luxury that we can all afford, and it's just as important at what you do with it, because you can't get it back once you use it within the moment. These 36 songs are variables of how time is not only important, but also taken for granted, no matter the genre of music. As I see it, time wasted comes from being complacent. Never waste your time. Time is of the essence. Time is precious. Time is the one currency that everybody can afford, but it's not the one currency that everybody takes seriously. Time, talking, and musical element. This is your boy Motzy Made It of MotzyMadeIt.com, jointhecrowd.com, playlist life, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube. You already know what it is. You already know how I put these things together. Hoodie gang, what's up? See y'all out there. Put your hoodies on 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Just know this playlist was all about time. So, you know how I end it. Until we meet again.
Jointhecrowd.com.